My great and wonderful people, how on a day. My people, I don't carry another hot and spicy apricot comfort. Now, for the update we see, I just the gather presently now from our source close to the palace of Ife. We don't hear and say Anako presently now she really did in tears because she no believe and to say she go fit to hear the kind of words we say she get from the hand of Oletik this time around. And if you don't follow the trend all this while, you're gonna recent plan where they say this Olori that don't they plan together for inside the palace now to make sure to say Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi no ever get peace in the palace of Ife. But we don't see and say in the presence of the maid, the guards inside the palace of Ife, and I be say Igbi presently now don't collect her Woto from the hand of Oletik presently now because we heard that she wasn't holding herself back this time around to say it be like say she don't plan Igbe because that was actually what Igbe actually said to her. It be like say you have had it looks as if you have had me in mind right from time, but I kind of the way you should air out your feelings out because this time around we yes say he no go take and cool any longer for where she did. So my people, by the rumor you have gathered so far from the Oduwa press and also the other Yoruba blogger and also our source close to the palace of Ife will learn that Oletik was about living with her twins and her mom and her grandmother for a function in Lagos. And there was an SUV that was gifted to Kabiyesi recently, a Land Cruiser Prado that was gifted to Kabiyesi recently by a senator from one of the senatorial zone in Osun State to actually commend him and for his good deed in the land of Ife. And we learned that this vehicle has actually been parked in the palace of Ife for about 2 months presently now, and nobody has actually used the vehicle. But we learned that Oletik was about using the vehicle today, and we learned that immediately that our self-inclaimed First Lady of the Palace of Ife and also the Yeye Oluwa of the Palace of Ife, she actually heard that Oletik was about using the vehicle. She stepped out from her Olori quarter to actually stop this thing, Oletik, from using the vehicle to go out. And we learned this one has actually caused a lot of altercation between these two Oloris presently now. And if you've actually followed the trend recently, you will know that these Oloris, they are bent on actually fighting against Queen Naomi. They have actually come together to make sure that they actually stop Kabiyesi from having anything to do with Mommy Tadenikawo. But we have seen it that the more you actually fight against that grace upon Queen Naomi, the more you keep on fighting against yourself. And we have seen it time without number, yes, anybody that fight against the grace upon Queen Naomi will actually collect it woto this time around. And the woto presently now will learn that self-inclaimed First Lady of the Palace of Ife is actually on tears because she never expected what Kabiyesi actually did in reply. So my people, if this is your first time actually listening to me, do well to like and share and also subscribe on your notification because on Hodges I actually give you the rumors making out on social and the yemo out there. Anything that concerning celebrity issue, this is actually the channel where you actually get information from. So we learned presently now that the vibe of the palace actually insisted on using that vehicle. See, she is actually going out with her mom, and this is actually what would befit where they are actually going to. See, she's actually attending one of the pageant function in Lagos so that her mom and her grandmom and the children will actually sit comfortable while they get to the function. And we learned that Igbe has actually insisted that she is the First Lady of the Palace of Ife and she will be the first person to use the vehicle. So nobody actually uses any vehicle that comes inside the palace unless her. She will actually be the one to actually declare the vehicle you can easily use inside the palace of Ife. And this one has actually got Oletik infuriated presently now, but because she's actually angry because a lot of things has been said presently now in the ears of the guards and the maids presently now inside the palace of Ife. We learn from our source presently now that Oletik actually, the vibe of the palace could not hold herself back any longer, and she throwed it the way her heart actually told her. She actually asked this thing Igbi presently now, Anako, she actually asked her, say, what do you gain out of asking me not to use the vehicle? Say, I'm in a better position to use this vehicle more than you. My people, what does she mean that her being in a better position to use this vehicle more than her? Because we learned that was a reply that Olori Mariam actually gave to her. What do you mean that you're actually in a better position to use this vehicle? And the kind of the way she could not hold herself back any longer, she told her, I have children, and they are twins for Kabiyesi, and I'm taking them on a function, and Kabiyesi is the owner of the vehicle. The vehicle wasn't given to you. The vehicle was actually given to the Ooni of Ife, which is the father of the children that I'm about taking for a function. So I want them to sit comfortably. and you are actually instigating the fact that you don't want me to use the vehicle because you are the first lady. Say, is it being the first lady of the palace of Ile-Ife being your only reason of not allowing me to use this vehicle to go out presently now? Say, presently, say, if this is your only reason for them allowing me to use the vehicle, say, it will not work. It will not work. Say, I've been keeping quiet, watching you. You parabolate yourself going out with Kabiyesi anywhere he goes to. Say, I've never disturbed you. I've never said anything evil to you. But presently now, me and my children are about using the vehicle that their father owns. And you, your own self, you're stepping out like this with your two gutter mouth like this to tell me not to use this vehicle. Hey, my people will learn immediately. She actually altered this statement like this. The guards and the maids, everybody were all laughing. They were actually holding up their laugh because they couldn't hold up what was actually happening. And we learned immediately this thing. Our self-proclaimed lady actually understand the meaning of what this thing Oletik was actually saying. It was too late because Kabiyesi was about stepping out because he had a function to attend to also. Then we learned that immediately Kabiyesi got to that place, she ran to Kabiyesi and told Kabiyesi that she was about stopping Olori, this the vibe of the palace, from using the vehicle, but she insists on using the vehicle. Then we learned that Kabiyesi, the vibe of the palace actually threw it back to Kabiyesi. Say she is actually going up with her children, and she is actually insisting that she cannot use the vehicle, that she is the first lady of the palace of Ile-Ife, that she should be the one that will use the vehicle first before any of the other Olori. We learned that Kabiyesi just stared at Oletik Igbi dirty and just said, what is the meaning of all this thing like this? So the children are going out and you want them to actually stand and you will be the one to use the vehicle. Why the children can't use the vehicle? Kabiyesi just walked away and entered inside the vehicle and left. And we learn presently now that this thing, our self-proclaimed first lady of the palace of Ile-Ife, she's in tears. She actually cried her way back to her Olori quarter, and our elegant lady, the Oletik, the vibe of the palace of Ile-Ife, has actually stepped into the vehicle and moved out of the palace of Ile-Ife because the kind of the way, there are some few words she actually told this thing, Olori Mariam, that Olori Mariam is still shocked about, because she actually told her, no, actually using foundation on your face like this don't get you younger. Actually using all this foundation to make yourself more beautiful like this, it does not get you younger, rather it brings a wrinkle on your face. Say, look at me. Say, I'm an elegant lady like this and I stand the test of time, and in kind of the way I have children for the this thing for the palace, and in kind of the way I will stay long in this palace of Ile-Ife. My people, oh, I tell you, you guys should do well. Go to the comment section, put your own opinion on CTB, because we learn from ourselves presently now that the maids and the guard, everybody are hiding their face to laugh presently now, because yes, the shame has actually touched Anako presently now, because yes, he that fights against the grace upon Queen Naomi will always collect woto presently now, and we learn that she has actually gotten it hot from this thing, from Olori, this is Oletik presently now, and Oletik has actually left the palace of Ile-Ife with her mom and her grandmom and her kids presently now on the same vehicle that she actually refused them from taking. So my subscribers and my returning subscribers, you guys are the really MVP. So do well, go to the comment section, put your own opinion as you deal with it. Thank you very much.